Xfinity's David Onda here with the creator and stars of Bob's Burgers at San Diego Comic-Con. Hi, guys. Hi. So I wanted to start off, Lauren, by asking you about the line you wrote for a Bob's Burgers episode that you went, like, this is gold, this is my favorite, and it sticks out to you.
Oh, none, never. I mean, it's writing is mostly up to the writers. I kind of oversee it to the extent that I do some writing. You hate everything you write all the time.
You've never written anything you like?
I mean, eventually you come to some kind of piece, and you're happy that it makes other people happy, but it's like, there's always a little bit of shame and pain involved.
Do you have a favorite line you've ever uttered as your character?
Don't feed a guy a sponge.
Yeah.
Don't feed a guy a sponge.
Yeah.
How about you guys? A favorite line?
Girls have uteruses, boys have deuteruses.
Sorry we were late, Bob had diarrhea.
Well, I'm always curious, like, you guys have these incredible, very recognizable voices. Do you ever prank people? Have you ever, ordered McDonald's as Linda before?
I did one time go through a drive-through in LA, and I did, but they didn't care at all. But I like to cheer people up and give personal messages or surprise kids. People ask me for that kind of thing. So
Any voice pranks?
Yeah, you're really setting yourself up for disappointment if you're basing it on the premise that people are going to recognize you, and then they don't. So.
You, sir?
I've hit up John for recordings of Linda, so I'm a customer. That's true. Yeah.
A customer.
Yeah.
In your wildest dreams, if you could write a fantasy storyline for your character, what would that be?
Teddy leaves and he never comes back. He starts a new life and no.
A spin-off series, right?
Right. I don't know what that would be. I'd have to think about that one. I don't
Okay.
know.
You guys?
imagine one. Alice had Flo's Yellow Rose. Alice, remember the show in the 80s, Alice? It was Flo's Yellow Rose. Flo had her spinoff. So I wouldn't mind if Linda had a kind of, she was, you know how on All in the Family there was the Jeffersons, they would cross over. Maybe Gail gets a show and Linda comes on sometimes. Okay. So it's like Gail's place. Or Gail's therapy, maybe. I don't know.
And for Tina?
Tina starts dating Ken, maybe. That's
Okay.
Gene's friend, right?
Yeah.
It's Ken.
Bob's Burgers is such a rewatchable show. I mean, people watch episodes over and over again. Is there anything that you can go back and look for that maybe you don't realize that you missed in previous episodes? Any, not so much Easter eggs, but just little details that the animators put in there?
Yeah, I mean, we try to keep that stuff kind of in there and make sure that the fans recognize that Louise's toys are we taking care of what's on the shelf in the backgrounds of shots, and that the shark's teeth are on the ice cream machine. There's continuity is crazy because you can't really do continuity. They're not actually getting older. We're living the same year over and over again on this show, but some things we pull through just for the fans who are paying attention.
Do you have a favorite Tina meme? She's really become popular in social media.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't really do Facebook, so.
It's usually the twerking. It's usually the twerking.
Okay, that sounds like it would be my favorite if I saw all of them.
Have you seen any out-of-the-box cosplay at San Diego Comic-Con for your characters?
I saw a little girl as Linda, and it's the most adorable thing. I think it's on Twitter. We retweeted it on the Bob's Burgers account, but adorable, 5 years old, so very sweet.
Give me a little tease for the new season, something that's maybe a little different from what people have seen before.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we try to keep it fresh and yet familiar. We're going to be on at 9. That's going to be new. We're going to kick it off. The premiere takes place almost entirely at a water park, but which we've seen a little of. But now we get to go into it at night and really get wet there. And then we're bringing the Hawk and Chick characters back, but in a new way. And I think the rest will be a surprise. Oh, there's a really fun Halloween episode that involves fetal pigs and our homage to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Do your characters wear Halloween costumes in that episode?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tease what the Halloween costumes are?
Maybe Lauren.
Louise, Linda says, you look like a guy who lost his baby, and because she has an empty baby Bjorn, and she says, no, Mom, I'm the Bjorn identity. Gene comes in, and he's got, it says, he's wearing a sandwich board, and it says jar, and he's got a wig on, and Linda says, you are Jar Lady? And he says, no, I'm Fiona Applesauce. Fiona Apple's saucy aunt. And Tina's not in costume because she's exhausted because she can't sleep because she's being haunted by a demon fetal pig. Of course. Yeah.
So the premiere of Bob's Burgers is September 29th. Oh, September 29th. Nods in the background. Catch up on Bob's Burgers now by saying Bob's Burgers into your Xfinity voice remote.